some easy worship twists and turns. Not going to necessarily provide a solution for all of these, but I'll say a little bit about it. Now, the first thing is this: the default when you've gone live with a song is for this to be flashing. If you decided that you wanted to look at let me just play it a little bit and watch what's on the live output there. So some words have come up, right? Now, if you decided that you wanted to look at something on the computer, so you minimize this, then what happens is you see the output. Now, when it's plugged into the projector at church, I can't remember whether you do get anything on the screen, but when you're at home looking at it, the live output is on the screen behind the window that Easy Worship is in. When you get here, there's nothing to click on. So in order to get back, you've got two options. Try both. Escape doesn't do it, or return. Press return and it goes back to there. Now, if you see this thing in the top corner flashing live, if you turn the live bit off there, then when you minimize this to look at the screen, you come back to your Windows thing, okay? We've minimized Easy Worship, it's down in the taskbar, and so instead of clicking return, we can just go back to it. Another thing is, for those that are not using this particular computer, you might be elsewhere, then what is set up here is the dark theme. There are all sorts of themes available, and I just prefer the dark theme. Your computer person may prefer the light theme, in which case the background is lighter, so it'd be white with dark writing on it. So it may look a little bit different. The other thing that's configurable is your panels. So this is the whole window for Easy Worship, and you've got these panels within it. And I think this is the default setting for those panels. And so you may see the same. It's possible that it's been tweaked by whoever's set up your computer, and they could be different sizes, or there might be some different arrangement of the panels. So it's configurable enough to allow that. So the only things you need to worry about are the top bar, menu bar, the file to find it and open it. I think if you click open there, it will give you a list of, yes, it gives you a list of some of the things, but actually file open I find is better. Open schedule, because it gives the list, shows a directory like that. Okay, I'm going to close that. Editing and changing it, this is where it gets complicated. The reason is I don't think it's particularly well designed, but I'll just give you a heads up. So songs, when you click on that, all the songs you've got linked into Easy Worship are here in this list. Okay, down at the bottom. And so a heart like mine appears in the preview pane, so you can preview the songs. I'm not going to change or save this there. Songs tend to be words only in a like a PowerPoint presentation, verse by verse. And so the assumption is that the music is separate. It is possible to add the music into the song so that both play through Easy Worship, but you would then click through verse to verse as you're going. But I've not set up any songs where you're clicking verse to verse on this one. So that is a word about the songs. So if I went live on these, there's no audio associated with it. So it's just the words only. And you play through it as if you were playing a PowerPoint presentation. Yep, slide 1 of 2 in this case. And so that would play through in songs. Scriptures, useful. King James Version and New International Version. That's all there, all King James. I think we've paid for New International Version 1984. Some of them are included. RSV. Okay, more available. So New International Version 1984. The selected Bible is no longer available for purchase. So it's not available for purchase. Why it's listed there if it's not available for purchase. The selected Bible is no longer available for purchase. Revised version. Okay, so that's there. If you can't get it on here, then there are plenty of Bible apps which allow you to copy and paste verses for the odd verses. But having the scriptures there was very useful if you needed to find a scripture in a service. Yep. I don't know what's in collections and my collections. Media, this is where you have your videos, which is video and music. All right. Now, the presentations, that's where you have your PowerPoint type presentations. You can create and edit a presentation within Easyworship 7. Themes, and that's where you change the look and feel of it. I'm not going to go into themes. And it's got some themes set up there. Beach, sunrise, blue paint. And that would show you a default background for when you're typing in words into one of your presentations. Song, scripture, presentation, themes. Right, presentations, you can edit that. So these are here. What I was going to say is that here is some media. It's not intuitive as to how you add media to here, so you can assemble this media into an order of service. So you take the media from here, drop it onto here, into an order of service. You can change its order in here just by drag and drop. If it's in there, it's all right. Finding it in there, it's alphabetically ordered. Might not be easy because I don't see a search box, you know, getting extra media from somewhere else on the computer. I think is it the add? Let's do add. There. That opens up a window to something called downloads, which is a lot of media which has nothing to do with Easyworship. They're just some of my videos I've done. And that is open downloads, which is where I would normally have the media that I've recently found or want to use. So that was clicking on the add button. There's also this little cog at the bottom there. You can't see it in this very well. It's down there at the bottom. Next to the add button was where it opened my files on there. If the person before you has not already browsed to the right location, you're going to be struggling to find the media. And this has got something about import new video file, edit video properties, copy to theme, etc. Delete. So you can import a new video file from this, and it opens up the downloads again. Now, when you're in here, clearly you're in a browser screen for file browser. You can navigate to where the songs are. And I've put a little note on the desktop to remind people of where the songs are. So if I close that, let me close it. Let me minimize this, minimize it up here. Where to find and place, that's all it says. But if I click on this, it's where to find and place files and videos. And it's a little text document. Videos, music, etc. from the old PC can be found under Windows, SSDCC, Users, Bethel Baptist. Look under Church Music and Videos, Worship YouTube videos. Now, that's reminding me of something. This PC uses an HDMI lead to connect to the projector via the socket on the wall. Right. We used to use the VGA output. The last bit of this video, coming up to the 10-minute mark, is perhaps one of the most important ones. If somebody has had this at home with the output locally, and you plug in the HDMI lead, there is just a possibility that the sound does not come out of the mini jack on the side, which is the audio output. It's the headphone jack, effectively. I don't know where it is on this laptop. But what we do is we don't use the HDMI lead for sound. We use the audio jack. And that means going into the computer settings and other things to divert the sound out to the audio jack. It should already be done on this one. If you find the sound isn't coming out through the amplifier, through the audio jack, find somebody in the audience who knows about computers and settings, who can set up the audio output properly to change it from HDMI. So to stop it being HDMI audio to the other audio. I'm not going to go through that now. Somebody else will have a video about it, but let's go back. So that said where to find the songs. So now if I want to add a song and it's not in downloads, it said go to Windows. Right, here we go. I've added it. Windows, users. Oops, no, wrong. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. Users, Bethel Baptist. And what we got? Church music and media, music, and somewhere down here, there might be another. Let's try videos. No, not those. Anyway, it's possible then to browse. See, I don't even know where they're put. But once you've found where they are, worship YouTube videos. I can't remember what it said on that text document, but if you go back to that text document, it tells you where in this file structure you will find the kids worship, easy worship videos, schedules, carol service. There we are, worship YouTube videos is there. So it's down that tree. I found it there. Let's cancel. That would allow us then to select Shaw's Bethel Update album. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day media file? And so we can click on the file we want to add, open it, and it will add it into this panel down here, add it to the media that's available within Easyworship. That's adding that. So two things there really. There's a matter of searching for the files down the right file tree to get the media into this panel on Easyworship by adding it from these two buttons down here. They're tiny buttons, aren't they? How are you meant to do that to see it? And this is when we're in media rather than songs. So for videos, we've got it in media. Songs, I think they're all in there. If we want to add a new song, I tend to type it in myself to these panels. And that's by doing an edit on the song. And where's the edit on the song? No. There was something which might be add a new song. Is that it? New folder, new collection. No, it's not there. So it's over here. Add a new song. And double click to edit song. Yep. And you can copy and paste words across to edit a song. But let's not go into that because that's something you can look at and do later. Let's not get too bothered about that. Basically, I wanted to warn of two things. One is the audio output, which I just remembered there. And the other one is if you were closing this temporarily, it will all play as you minimize it, and you got the wrong screen. Remember to hit escape or return to come back to this. Turn off live output, which is up there, and you can get back. Is that right? So it's either escape or return, and when you're back into this, turn off the live output bit there, which stops it displaying on the laptop screen, and then it can still be playing over the projector. You're then able to see the Windows screen, and you can go down to the bottom taskbar just to reopen it again as you would with any program that you've minimized. And if I click on live again, does it go back onto live output? Yes. So I've clicked on the live up there, that starts flashing, and once that's flashing, I minimize it, That happens to be on the back screen, so you can minimize it. You can then get a feel for what's playing on the screen if you want, without having the projector on, and then hitting return, not return, escape, return takes you back to that, and you can turn the live output off there. It's not on play at the moment, it's on pause. It's just proof that if it's on play, you can still minimize Easyworship and it doesn't stop the output. So return. That's the problem of doing this, is the sounds that come out like that, Windows sound. So there we go. Sorry, that's over 15 minutes on that one. Just talking you through some of those things. I hope that ramble was of some use, and maybe it could do with editing or splitting up into smaller bits, but hey ho, trying to help people understand this. Let me know in the comments and feedback whether this is of any use or not.